Welcome to a day in my life shooting on a production team for Spotify. Our team is based in Brooklyn, where I started my day early as we were making the trek down to Washington, D.C. to shoot for an event highlighting R&B artists. After a 4-hour drive, we arrived at our Airbnb where we thankfully had some downtime. It's always so interesting to see how all these different creatives spend their free time, whether it's editing a video, playing Connect 4, or even getting out to take a tour of the area. But with our 5:30 call time approaching, it was time to pack up the van and get going.
There were 18 of us, and we all had different gear, including cameras, lights, tripods.
It was packed. When we arrived, we unpacked our gear and headed into the venue through the backstage before eating some Chipotle and setting up in the crew room. But before this show could start, we had to do a run of show walkthrough with the Spotify team where they tell us important info about the venue. The event was hosted in DC for its uniquely strong R&B fanbase on Spotify, and you could feel that excitement through the line around the block, especially for Normani's first performance since her album. At 5 before doors, we scored one of the coolest perks of the job, a private performance during soundcheck. We had to check out the different photo areas for Normani, Summer Walker, and SZA before I headed back downstairs to grab my camera. For Leon Thomas, I tried something different, getting some drag shutter shots with my camera, and only a couple turned out, but a surprise performance from Wale made up for it as no one was expecting that. I saw a really special moment as Normani and her dancers were praying together before their set backstage, and this is where I got some of my best photos of the night, and you can see how excited I was by her performance. Up next was Bryson Tiller, who had a really diverse set that pleased everyone, playing a bunch of his new tracks, but not forgetting his classics. I couldn't pass up on the opportunity to squeeze my way into the crowded photo pit, but it was clear that everyone wanted a shot of Bryson.
How do you feel?
Great!
After the show, we started taking down all of our gear in the hectic backstage filled with the artists and their crews before heading out around 2 a.m.
Bye. Hasta luego. It's a wrap.
And it was a wrap for everyone, except for Baylor, our editor, who had to stay up all night finishing his video.